The Honourable David Cunliffe, 5 minutes.
Mr Speaker, it's deja vu. Here we are in the dead part of the evening, passing a budget bill under urgency through all stages when it's not urgent. It's not urgent. The only thing that is urgent is to relieve the government of embarrassment because New Zealanders do not want them to do what this bill does. Mr Speaker, I remember a picture of Bob Semple taking the first table into the first State House. And New Zealanders loved Mickey Savage's government that built state houses so that New Zealanders who couldn't afford to rent one got a roof over their heads. And then the Clark Cullen Labor government brought in income-related rents to take some pressure off families who couldn't put food on the table. Well, this bill, Mr Speaker, undoes all that. This bill empowers the minister to flog off those state houses to for-profit developers in a grand payback to their business lobby mates. This bill gives the minister the ability to change by fiat the 25% fixed income-related rents, thereby costing hard-working New Zealand families the food off their table because they cannot afford the crazy prices of Auckland rents. This is a sad day, and the government's pollsters know it. That's why we're here in the middle of the night passing this bill, this shameful bill, through all stages, without a select committee hearing, without the opportunity for New Zealanders to have their say, because the government wants it. There they are, sitting, chirping, smug in the arrogance of a third-term government. Smug in the arrogance of a third-term government. They just want it off the TV screens, Mr Speaker, because they know New Zealanders fundamentally deplore what is being done in this bill. You know, the housing crisis is about real people. So like the people in my electorate, we have 3 families with young kids living in garages that have come to my office. We have a family of 12 in a 2-bedroom property, and the adolescent kids don't have rooms and they don't have privacy. We've got a family that is under abuse that could not get a safe house because there aren't enough houses. And you know, the solutions to those terrible problems of overcrowding and abuse aren't hard to think of. You build more houses and you get foreign investors out of the market because they're simply speculating and driving up the rents.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. It's not that hard to understand. But what's the government doing? They're flogging the state houses off for profit. And they're going to drive up rents by fiddling with the income cap. They're taking it in exactly the wrong direction, sir, because this is a government that has hit the panic button. Hit the panic button. They're well into their 3rd term. They've finally woken up to the crisis. The word came from the pollsters, you better do something. And there's no plan except profit with these guys. No plan except profit that comes off the tables of hard-working New Zealanders. Hard-working New Zealand families, like the family in my electorate, 12 of them in a 2-bedroom house, waiting for the state house that will never come. So, you know, the government said, well, we'll give it to the community sector, like the Salvation Army or the Methodist Mission. Well, they are decent people that said, we don't want an unfunded mandate. What are we going to do with all of the liabilities when you're not giving us any money to buy them with? It's a travesty, Mr Speaker, and the longer New Zealanders have to hear about it, the less they're going to like the government that is flogging off their houses for profit and pushing up their rents. That is why we are in this House in the dead of night passing this bill without a select committee hearing. It's wrong. The bill is wrong, the process is wrong, the result is wrong, and it will be part of the undoing of this selfish, greedy government that is acting against the interests of New Zealand families.